Morning. We're almost there. We have 2 more left for our chart talks. Well, thank you. I'm so excited to be here today. My name is Carson with Rosen Hotels and Resorts, only in Orlando. I always feel like I have to say that because then people want to know where else we are in the United States. So I am with the Human Resources Department, and I've been there for about 18 years. Really quickly, our portfolio is 7 hotels, 2 preschools, and an aquatic center. A little bit strange, but our owner has now been with the company for 50 years. Well, he started it 50 years ago. Sorry. Let me get it right where I'm going to be. Oh, now I shut it off. Going the wrong way. There we go. He's been with the company 50 years as of June, and so this really came from him. And I want to tell you a little bit about a program we started this year when we tried to revamp our leadership training. We had a great formal program prior to COVID, but no one wants to sit in a chair for 3 hours a week anymore. No one wants to be in a classroom training in a chair constantly when they need to be in operations. We understand that. So we came up with our Rosen Power Hours. We have a lot of new leaders, and really what it's supposed to be is 60 minutes of high energy training for what we can make for that, because we know they need to go and sit through our normal Rosen Hotels and Resort stuff. They need to go through orientation. They need to learn about harassment. But we also want to give them some of the soft skills to develop them into leaders and how to lead. So we said yesterday we have 5 generations in the workplace. So we need to talk to them a little bit about that, especially when it's one of those first generations leading the leader generations. So in these trainings, we develop our Rosen leadership skills to deliver the Rosen difference. That's kind of our key, is the Rosen difference. But it starts with not being just about leadership too, because we also want to make it where we're developing our leaders, giving them that professional development, telling them that yes, we want you to do this, but we want you to do it for you. Rachel said earlier, it's okay if we develop people to leave us. We don't want them to leave. I mean, our tenure at Rosen Hotels averages well over 10 years. So, we really want them to stay, but we're okay if they move on as well. We also want to deliver them real-world tools, not just talk about what's in a textbook. And then lastly, inspire ideas to enhance service. A little bit different to do in a classroom when we're inspiring our teachers to lead 2, 3, and 4-year-olds, but we can see that the concepts are pretty much the same. It is for our salaried associates or our hourly associates who are looking to advance with Rosen. Administrative professionals, and then of course other leadership roles. But our foundational class, every single leader has to go through this class, and this is what is Rosen leadership. We took an opportunity to sit down with Mr. Rosen, who is our leader, and talk to him a little bit about his 5 leadership principles. Be different, the 5 Ps, prior planning prevents poor performance. You'll notice that all of these, even with the next one, KISS, keep it super simple, we had to HR them. And then setting an example, and lastly, the golden rule. And the purpose of getting everybody through this first is to really set the foundation of what we're looking for, what kind of leader we need, what kind of associates we are leading, and the message to our guests. In every single one of our classes, it's important for us to have at the end a call to action. It's not just about sitting in the room and saying what this piece is. It's not just telling you how to lead. It's not just telling you how to communicate better, but what's your call to action afterwards? So for this class specifically, and I won't go through all of them, we really want them to select one of those principles and implement that step. If it's just one for the entire year, that's okay. I would recommend keep it super simple. Some of our additional sessions, and we continue rolling this out. We just rolled it out in January. Our goal is to just continue adding those principles that it looks like for our staff and what we need, the challenges we're having. But we have high-functioning teams. This is actually one we just presented to all of our teachers to lead our students. So like I said, we can still go across multiple outlets. Trust and Inspire, how great leaders unleash greatness, and that's from the Trust and Inspire book. Public speaking skills for leaders. We actually had to rename that one because at first I think we just had it public speaking, and so all of our leaders said, I don't need to know how to speak in front of a group, I never use it. How many of you lead staff meetings? Of your teams lead staff meetings? That's public speaking. So we had to relaunch that one so that they kind of understood what that looked like. The power of recognition. We talked about that with Rachel's keynote this morning, how to have difficult conversations, inspire your team to deliver the Rosen difference, give them the pickle. Has anybody seen the give them the pickle video? It's very old. We show it in every orientation because we've yet to find a video that really grasps that concept. But when we do our feedback after orientation, every single person says their favorite part was the give them the pickle video. So I think we're going to start giving out pickles. And then the last one is essential qualities of being a great team player. The last piece, though, is really afterwards. It's what happens when they leave the classroom, and that's the follow-up. So my team gets with those individuals who attend 30, 60, and 90 days out. We don't reach everybody. We have just over 4,000 employees with about 500 leaders. So we kind of just pick and choose. We randomly select someone to check in with at 30 days, 60 days. How are you implementing what you learned? And then we can pass that best practice to somebody else. There's no need to reinvent the wheel, but using throughout our organization, our 7 properties are with 7 miles of one another, and sometimes they transfer to another one. So we can keep that in the house. And then what impact have the classes had on your teams? It's really just important to bring it full circle. Sitting in a room, hearing about a leadership principle and not doing anything about it doesn't give you what you need. So making sure that you have that call to action and a follow-up afterwards.